Kim Jamieson. Kim was my teaching assistant for a time while she was here getting her master's degree, and I'm delighted to have been tapped and introduce her as one of our outstanding young alumni. Kim's an obvious choice, and although you might not suspect it, I'm the obvious choice to introduce her. That's because Kim and I have many things in common. I was reminded of this as I recalled my interactions with her over the last 10 years or so. Our young alum is a product of our MMC program. I too am an alum, a product of our MMC program. And I once was young, so Kim, we're pretty much alike. Kim and I both did the junior tennis tournament circuit, so we each have hit about a gazillion tennis balls in our lifetimes. Of course, most of her ground strokes likely found their marks. Many of mine likely found the back fence. But ignoring that small detail, Kim, we're pretty much alike. Soon after I met Kim, she expressed some concern about one of the classes she was required to take as a graduate student. It was the media law class Kim had to take, and she had heard about Dr. Collins, and you will hear from Dr. Collins a little later in the evening. So she had heard about him. He was tough, uncompromising. She was worried. She said, I know, I've got to be a big girl or something to that effect, and I need to face this challenge head on. I commiserated. Dr. Collins could seem intimidating, but I assured her I knew Dr. Collins. I had gotten over that feeling. She would too, and she did, I think, fairly quickly. Of course, when I got over that feeling, I had been married to Dr. Collins for about 15 years. Ignoring that small detail, Kim, we're pretty much alike. Kim probably does not know that she and I both have had experience with Chernoff Newman, a local agency. They're more than a local agency. Also with the South Carolina Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, where she now makes her professional home. Kim worked at Chernoff Newman as a public relations specialist soon after completing her graduate work. And while there, I think it's pretty safe to say Kim caused clients to say, why haven't we hired this agency before? I was a client of that agency when I did PR for Richland Memorial Hospital, now Palmetto Health, sometime prior to that. I'm pretty sure I caused that agency to say, why don't we get some new clients? But ignoring that small detail, Kim, we're pretty much alike. More recently, Kim joined the South Carolina PRT's public relations team, having been brought in as a manager to basically run that part of the operation. Little does Kim know, I had basically managed to run that part of the operation into the ground a couple of decades before as a grad assistant / intern. But ignoring that small detail, we're pretty much alike. Another thing Kim may not realize, we have Starbucks in common. More accurately, we have Kim at Starbucks in common. Kim was a barista at Starbucks when she was getting her master's, and that stood out to me not because that she happened to have a job of that nature, but what was memorable was how much she loved that job. She enjoyed that job. She loved making elaborate coffee concoctions and getting to know her customers by name. And she still refers to that as a wonderful, 5 or so years. I really don't have any interest in Starbucks making elaborate coffee drinks for me. And I don't have any interest in their getting to know me or my name. So, and I'm not kidding about this. When I go to a Starbucks and order my plain small coffee, and they ask my name, I tell them, it's Kim. K-I-M. It's no wonder then that I was asked to introduce Kim. She and I were practically the same person. Well, the truth is I originally adopted my Starbucks name of Kim because places like that often tend to mangle Carmen more often than not. But it's also quite true that each time I order as Starbucks Kim, I think of Kim Jamieson and what a neat person she is. And the ritual has now become my own strange little tribute to her. And before tonight, it was the only tribute I had. That's why I'm happy to present this award to Kim and to thank her for being a fine representative of us. To thank her for always coming when called to give back to the J School. And to thank her for showing the rest of the world the sheer competence many of us saw early in our dealings with her. It was clear then, it's clear now. Kim Jamieson, by that or any other name, is outstanding. Kim?
Thank you so much, Carmen. That was so nice. My mom's crying. If you could pass a tissue, that would be great. So I wrote a few words. I thought, I'm just going to read them. Y'all don't mind. Okay, so thank you so much for this honor. This is a big deal to me, and I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to be recognized alongside peers like Megan and Sarah Messer, who couldn't be here. She's a dear friend of mine as well. During my time in the J School, I was fortunate to learn from outstanding professors like Mama Sisk, Dr. Eric Collins, Bonnie Giuliani, Professor Cornegay, Tom Klipstein, Dr. Shirley Staples Carter, Scott Barron, just to name a few. These individuals encouraged, directed, loved, and supported me on my, at times, uncertain journey through journalism and communications. When I started, I was completely focused on a career in broadcast journalism. I just knew I was going to be an anchor. That was my only goal in life, was to be an anchor. I'm not going to lie, I kind of still want to be an anchor sometimes. And for all those producers out there, maybe. I've been working hard on my producer here, or my anchor here. But after some soul searching and a lot of talking with professors, I finally landed quite perfectly, I think, in public relations. Amidst my paranoia, perfectionism, and overall type A angst during my 6 years at the University of South Carolina, it was my professors that were constantly there to pat me on the back and push me along. Except for one. There was one professor who always shot from the hip. He never sugarcoated anything, and most definitely did not handle me with the kid gloves that I had grown accustomed to in high school. I remember one day, and it was around the first couple days of graduate school, he pulled me off to the side and said, "If this assignment is too hard for you, you might need to rethink your pursuit of an MMC." Ouch, right? You know, I saw this professor last year, actually, some 8 years after this conversation in the J School, and I happened to bring up our, at times, lively exchanges. I specifically mentioned how it seemed that he loved stressing me out by always giving me a B on pre-grades because he knew I would redo the entire project or paper to get that coveted A. In response to that, he said, "Kim, I did that," and this is as verbatim from what he said, so I wrote this down and I remembered it. He said, "Kim, I did that because I knew you would keep pushing and striving, not only for that A, but for success in general. That's why I did that. That's why I stayed on you, and that's why I was so hard on you. I believed in you, and look, you proved me right." Professors like the ones I had at the J School do not come along very often. I can honestly say I am where I am today, promoting the beautiful state of South Carolina. Please continue to staycation in beautiful South Carolina. We need those tourism dollars. Because of their dedication to me and my peers' education. So for that, I say thank you. I want to thank everyone for tonight as well. This has been already such a fantastic evening. Thank you to my sweet parents for driving all the way down from Greenville, South Carolina. I really appreciate that, to be here. And thank you to my sweet, sweet friends, Sarah and Ryan Johnson, who are newlyweds and big TIGERS fans. Thank you for being here. What do y'all do just kidding. This has been something I won't soon forget, because once a Gamecock, always a Gamecock. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.